Hey folks, welcome to Market Technical Analysis from InTheMoneyStocks.com for September 25th, 2007. Well, right off the bat, I just want to talk a little day trading first, guys. And what a phenomenal time it's been for day trading lately. The day trading chat room just rocking left and right. Stocks are just getting immense moves, up and down. These moves are just astronomical. And I'm just going to point out a few here. CPSL, look at this daily chart. Can you believe this stock? The 20 moving average is here down at $4.29. The stock was trading at $3.50 4 days ago. It is now over $10 here, trading at closing a price at $10.45. These moves are not strange at this point. This is what's going on in this market right now. It's a phenomenal day trading environment with little stocks just taking off left and right. And today we played a bunch more stocks, and it's just been a great day trading environment. And as long as this continues, the money that's made in that chat room is just a great thing. And again, things will change eventually, but for now we're going to ride out this immense upward momentum in some of these small caps and mid caps and just take it all for what it's worth. And just one thing I want to point out, guys, out of curiosity, those in the chat room know I've been talking about this stock, CNIC. This has been one of my little pets that I've been talking about for so long now. Probably about a week I've been saying this almost every day. I keep saying, guys, this stock looks like it's going to break. This is a great huge short position which can trigger a short squeeze. And I kept on mentioning and mentioning. I even mentioned it a couple times today, saying that in the 170s this was a buy. And lo and behold, after hours, folks, after hours, this stock took off on news and is now trading here, closing at 177, trading between 121 and 144. That's upward of 30 to 40% gain after hours here. And again, this is not uncommon, and I have probably about 10 more that we're looking at that I've been saying, watch this one, watch this one, watch this one. And again, we'll make money on these in the day trading chat room as we go. Just great right now, guys. Overall, the day trading chat room is phenomenal. What an asset to everyone right now. $199 a month. In a decent day, you're gonna in this type of environment, you're gonna easily pay for that in one day. I just don't see how you don't. Great day trading. All right, folks, let's talk a little markets. We talked about that CNIC quickly there. It's going to be up big tomorrow on that the SEC dropped their probe with there's no more investigation into the company. That's phenomenal news. Here, we're going to look at the NASDAQ. Let's get right into it now that we've talked about that. And by the way, the swing trade alerts are going very well as well. We're in the money on the one play we're in right now on the short side, and it looks to continue. And we have a few triggers out there just phenomenally right now. And we're looking to get triggered on new positions based on technical analysis that looks to be great setups in the charts right now. So come join the swing trade alerts and the intraday stock chat. Okay. Looking at the NASDAQ right here, guys, we continue to stay above this trend line, and I'm going to show you guys something here. Today, in the open, we looked like we were going to gap down, but keep in mind, whenever we talk about a gap down, there's always a lot of shorts that jump on board at the open, and there's usually a contrarian thinking, and you guys know I'm a huge contrarian player here, and I'm always, whenever we gap down like that, I'm always in the mindset that at some point they're going to try and rally this market to squeeze out the shorts that jumped in too early. And that's exactly what we did. I rather like to see a gap up and then a fade of that gap or a fall, because then you have too many longs jumping on board, amateur longs. And you always want to go the opposite way of the majority there, the amateurs. Always go the opposite way. Alright, folks? And I just want to keep everyone posted here on this trend line here that we're still watching. Alright? You have this one, but better yet, let's use a little different line here. I'm going to use this point right here. Alright? We'll use from that upper one right there on the NASDAQ, and you guys can see it's basically coinciding right here, but you're having a basic trend line here. In addition, what we thought today it would happen possibly was maybe we'd come down and test that 1504 marker on the S&P. And again, that looked good early on as the S&P dropped nicely. And again, you can see here the gap down on the NASDAQ. This is the intraday 10-minute chart. But again, almost right away they caused a major short squeeze in this market, taking us up like this. And this is not uncommon in this market right now. They're trying to get everyone to go bullish. They need everyone on the long side if there's ever going to be a drop in this market again. If not, if people are going to stay bearish, then they're basically going to let this market continue to rally. It's as simple as that in my opinion. It's all about psychology and sentiment. Alright, the big money controls this game. We're just along for the ride, so let's enjoy it, let's make some money. Alright, once we rallied up here, we fell back, but notice how we came right down to the 200 and the 20 moving average intraday. Now, obviously, you guys know, one moving average you obviously buy off the first hit. Two moving averages, and that's going to be a solid bottom. And this yellow line and white line right here, significant support, guys. No doubt about that right there. And that's what we saw. In addition, we started to create a trend. And you can see this. Look at this, guys, right here. And you guys know we talk about these trend lines all the time. All right? And we basically stayed in this channel. Let me get rid of that line. The rest of the day. It was as simple as that, guys. Notice how we topped out here, fell back down, touched the 20 and the 200, rallied back up to the top of this trend, fell back down, touched, rallied up again, touched it, created this lizard pattern. This is a topping tail. Always these topping tails. Once you break the low of that last tail, usually this market will, or the stock, or whatever it would be, will continue down. And that's exactly what we did on that topping tail, coming right down there. If you're playing this intraday, buying the index or shorting the index, you obviously want to look for these type of things, because this is telling you to short here on a breakdown. So right at this point, you go short, then you basically hold it till we touch this bottom line, because you guys should have these lines. Once these start to be created, you always draw them in on your computer, on your system. And then obviously the cover price is right when it touches there, and perfect enough. Then we get the short squeeze right into the close. And this was an immense short squeeze right into the close. They closed this at the high of the day on the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ was up 15 points here. The Dow was up only about 20, and the S&P was down a half point today. Oil was the big loser today, guys, down $1.42. And if you guys remember, especially in the Sunday night chat, we've been talking about this. This is the USO. All right, look at this. In the Sunday night chat, we talked about the possible reversal here in oil, and we have been dead on. And again, that Sunday night chat can be found on our website to link into it. It's a free chat for everyone. Come join us. We talk for an hour Sunday night, answer questions, talk about the market, the setups for the week, and it's just phenomenal. And we did mention that in the Sunday night chat, and look at the fall you've gotten right off of it. So again, come join the Swing Trade Alerts. Come join that free chat room just Sunday nights for 1 hour. It's at 7:45 to 8:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay, guys, just looking at a couple odds and ends here, what we're seeing here in the ES right here that the a little negative incline tail is forming here, or a little flag pattern, if you will. It's not a true flag, but we like to refer it as that sort of thing. And in many instances, this type of flag pattern can give way to another bounce up. And again, we keep talking every day about this level we're in right here. And this is what it's all about here, guys. Whether or not we break out to the upside from the highs here on the ES, or we break this lower trend line, which basically is connecting all these points here. Okay? So right again, we're still hanging out between these levels, and until we close below this point, or 1504 on the S&P cash, that would be a bearish signal. If we close above this up here, or we start to break out, even this high probably can be bought. They take out this high of this candle right here intraday. Let's say we spike up tomorrow or something, take out that high, and chances are we will go back to test the highs in this market on this ES, this line right here, which looking at the chart here is around 1555 or so, give or take. All right, let me just get you a little more accurate picture. That's 15. Actually, that's much higher, 1578 on that chart. Okay, so watch for that, guys. And just be very, very careful, because we are in this intermediate trend where you could fall here or move up. And either way, as long as it stays in this trend, it could reverse and just whipsaw people back and forth. And I know too many amateurs that just they try to jump the gun on shorting or going long a market, and they just get whipsawed right out because there is no direct trend right now. The trend right here is still on an incline, but again, you want to wait for a specific breakdown or breakout to really be secure that you're going to be in the right direction. Don't want to get whipsawed out. All right, looking at a couple odds and ends here, I want to just go back to the NASDAQ chart, and chances are at some point on the NASDAQ, while we continue to move higher, and again, we're approaching the high on the NASDAQ continues to be the stronger index of all the indexes. Tech is king right now, guys. Look at these charts on Apple. This is Apple's daily chart. Look at this move up here. All right, look at Research in Motion, RIMM. Look at this consecutive move up to new 52-week highs almost every day. BIDU, BIDU. Look at this chart. I mean, this is frankly getting a little ridiculous here at this point. We always say it has to come back to that 20 moving average at 239, but again, that 20 will rise as things go up. But this is getting a little on the toppy side, though I do think there's nothing stopping this market from squeezing more, guys. Nothing says that if there's enough bears involved here, they won't squeeze this market up, including BIDU here. All right, and it could easily go to $310 or $320 before they finally let it down. However, the longer it stays away from this 20, eventually it will get drawn back to it, just like a magnet pulling it back. Okay? But my point here, guys, is that there's just immense amount of technology right now. The tech, if you're going to be in long an index or in long an area, it's got to be tech, because the financials continue to be weak. All right? Lehman, just showing you Lehman. Lehman, look at this Lehman chart over the last few days. It's not a pretty chart, and that's my point. These technology stocks have been very weak. Alright guys, that's pretty much it today. Just wanted to cover the technology side. The financials are still weak while the tech is very strong. The technology, the NASDAQ has been the leader here. We are seeing an uptick in the small caps continue, and I've mentioned this for about a week now that we've been seeing this, and it continues to be one of the best areas to day trade in right now. Just a phenomenal risk-reward ratio. Again, we're going to see that CNIC Copernic, the old mama.com, take off tomorrow to the upside. Probably end up, nicely tomorrow, I would guess, as one of the top gainers in this market. With the way things have been going, with over 1 million shorts in that stock, I don't really know how high it could go, but it could go much, much higher than the current close today, which was 177. I usually think it closes above $2 tomorrow, but anything can happen, as we've seen. Watch for this market to fluctuate here, guys. We're going to look for a direct pattern, report back to you guys. Thank you all for viewing. We really appreciate all your viewership. And we ask that you come join us at some point and join the intraday stock chat or the swing trade alerts or options alerts or the apprentice webinar coming soon. Take care.